Hey guys, welcome back. So I have finally made this set of a blouse and a skirt based on the Fifth Doctor from Doctor Who, and I'm really proud of this garment right now because it took me like 2.5 weeks to make, but this was mainly because of the bows of the blouse, but whatever. So I'm really proud of it and I wanted to share it with you guys. So as you can see, it's here at the back and I can't stop like looking at it, and it's okay because when you're proud of something, you just can't just want to keep it and frame it and have it behind a glass. So well, I'm so happy right now because of that. Here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how I made it and how I started and everything. So first of all, I made a post on my blog, my Spanish blog, and I talked a lot about how I started, how I made it, and I will talk a little bit about it right now. So I mainly started with the blouse, obviously, and well, something I thought first it was about the front part, like those little frills thingies that how do you say it in well, that thing in the front, like it's in the diagonal there. Well, I started with that thing because I thought, well, that thing will be like in the front part and must be in the back of the buttonhole place thingy. Oh my god, my English is so bad right now, but well, I'm talking about that part. So I started with that, and then I added the buttonhole thing part up there, and then I added the sleeves. Everything I did it from zero, let's just say it like that. I started from zero, and I made the patterns for her personalized, and what else I did, yeah, also the sleeves, everything, even the skirt was made from zero. And these patterns are still here. These are like for my folder, like thing. So what I made was to design the pattern and the bodice, I think it's called, and then I made the blouse. Like I made two parts of the blouse, like from the front part, with that I think it's called dart, but it's not a dart, well, the pieces of there. And what I did next were the sleeves, and as you can see, the sleeves are detachable. So I went to to a Lolita fashion sewing group, and I asked, hey, how do you make this? And some beautiful girls came and told me how to make it, and I say like, oh yeah, well, thanks a lot. And that's how I made it. I made the buttonholes, and I added the buttons as well. So how I made it was like I designed the sleeves, like let's say it's the first part and the second part of the sleeve. So I designed the first part, and the other side wasn't like that big of a deal, because I just added a few centimeters and then I made a straight line and I cut the pattern. So that's how it turned out. And but I also added 2 centimeters, like from the height part, the highest part, that thing, whatever. I'm sorry. Then I added a couple of centimeters over there for the buttonholes, and that's how it turned out. So The next thing I made were the collar. And what I did was, and I used my mother's embroidery machine, and I tried different styles and different ways to make it, and I saw what was the best. So that's what I did, and then I designed again. Well, I didn't design it, but I made the pattern again, and then I cut the fabric, and I sew it. I added overlock, and yeah, so that's how it turned out. I also added the embroidery part, the sign, how's it called, the question marks sign. Well, and yeah, so that's what I did. And what's next? I'm looking right there at the design. She sent me a drawing just to make with her ideas and stuff, and I like made it. I did it. So what's next? Other things I added were the lace and stuff like that, and just finally to talk about the skirt. So I wasn't really sure about how to make it and how to design it, but in the past months I made a chiffon blouse with that kind of style, like the corset thing. And so I'm so sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but I made that kind of thing at the back because, well, my customer wanted she wanted shearing, but I told her like I don't know how to make shearing at the time, and so I told her like, oh well, I can make this kind of corset thing at the back, and she said like okay. Not like that, she said okay, and so I did it. Then let's return to this skirt. So what I did was kind of the same. The only thing I was thinking about was about how can I make it, because it's, you know, the skirt is like that part folded, so how can I add that part, how's it called, the ribbon, can I make it? So what I did was kind of the same, but the only hardest part was to like I made actually 3 pieces for this part, and you can actually see it from here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 1, 2, and 3. So what I basically did was I made the waistband just how it is with the centimeters for the zipper, invisible zipper, and well, for that front part. But what I made was to add 10 centimeters just for my customer to she can know, like, it's not an exact measurement of her waist, but I added 10 centimeters to it, so it can see, it can be like, you know, you can see how it looks like. But yes, alright, so that was like the hardest part. And what I also made was just to make it like invisible, or not invisible, but more formal, I believe. So what I made was invisible stitch at the back, and then I sew it by hand. And finally I also made like the frills for the bottom part of the skirt, and I finished it. Well, the last thing I made, since I didn't find any lace for the ribbons of her blouse, so I decided to make it with fabric, and that's just what I did. That's what I did last night actually. I made some measurements and then I cut the fabric and I added overlock, and I finally sew it, and then I sew by hand the pin things, press pin, I don't know how is it called, whatever. So finally that's what I did. And just to finish this video, I want to thank everyone who's watching this channel right now. I am happy that you're watching this, and well, I have a lot of videos coming out. Next week, the next weeks, and I'm thinking right now about making like portfolio or mood board series, like, because I want this shop to be bigger and bigger, and I want to stop, well, I won't tell you right now, but anyways, so I hope you like this video, and I hope I wasn't like so awkward, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you next week. Goodbye.